First contact deception. Admiral Elena Santos stood at the observation deck of Lunar Station Beta, her dark eyes fixed on the holographic display showing an Imperial scout ship entering the solar system. To the aliens, the station appeared to be nothing more than a primitive lunar research outpost. In reality, it housed Earth's most sophisticated defensive command center. "They've passed Neptune's orbit," reported Dr. Kai Chen, his fingers dancing across quantum interface controls disguised as outdated touchscreens. "Their scanning patterns suggest they're cataloging basic radio emissions and chemical propulsion signatures." Elena allowed herself a small smile. For 3 decades, humanity had prepared for this moment. While the rest of the galaxy blazed across space using standardized faster-than-light technology, Earth had taken a different path. They had discovered quantum dimensional manipulation during the climate wars of 2087, leading to technological advances that surpassed anything the Galactic Empire had achieved. "Status of the facade protocols?" Elena asked, watching the Imperial vessels approach. "Operating at full efficiency," answered Dr. Maya Patel, head of Project Mirage. Her dark hair was streaked with silver, marking the years she'd spent developing Earth's planetary camouflage system. "They're seeing exactly what we want them to see. Primitive satellites, basic space stations, and lots of radio chatter about celebrity gossip." The Imperial ship, shaped like a crystalline arrowhead, decelerated as it approached Mars. Earth's actual defense grid, a network of quantum-shifted satellites and automated response platforms, remained completely invisible to their sensors. "New transmission from the vessel," Kai announced. "They're broadcasting in standard Imperial frequencies. Translation matrix is processing. It's a first contact protocol message." Elena straightened her uniform, deliberately designed to look like something from an early space program. "Time to give them their show. Maya, initiate Protocol Omega. Let's demonstrate our first detection of their signal." Across Earth's surface, carefully orchestrated chaos began. Radio telescopes suddenly detected the alien transmission. Social media erupted with planned reactions. Government agencies initiated their rehearsed emergency responses. It was a dance humanity had practiced countless times. "Imperial vessel is responding to our detection," Kai reported. "They're amused. The translation suggests they find our excitement primitive but endearing." "Perfect," Elena murmured. "Deploy the welcome team. Remember everyone, we're playing the long game here. The Empire expects to find another civilization to absorb into their hierarchy. Instead, they're about to begin a very careful education in why humanity chose to hide its true nature." On her secure quantum display, Elena watched as Earth's official first contact team launched from Kazakhstan in a chemical rocket. The spacecraft was a masterpiece of deception, advanced technology carefully disguised as crude engineering, carrying some of humanity's best actors playing the role of wide-eyed explorers. "Admiral," Maya said softly, "quantum nets detecting increased scanning from a secondary source. There's another Imperial vessel hiding at the edge of the system." Elena nodded, unsurprised. "They never travel alone. Maintain facade protocols. Let them think their hidden observer is undetected." "What's the status of the Artemis Protocol?" "Ready for Phase 1, Kai confirmed. "If they follow standard Imperial procedures, they'll attempt to hack our primitive computer networks within the next 12 hours. Our quantum AI is ready to feed them exactly what they expect to find." The observation deck fell silent as they watched humanity's greatest performance begin. On screens across the station, news broadcasts showed crowds gathering in cities worldwide, their rehearsed mixture of fear and wonder perfectly calibrated to convince the Empire they were watching a species encounter its first proof of alien life. 3 decades of preparation, Elena said quietly, all to ensure humanity enters the galactic stage on our terms, not theirs. She turned to her team. "The Empire believes they're about to claim another primitive world. Instead, they're about to learn why humanity chose to wait in the shadows, watching and learning, before revealing ourselves. The Imperial ship began its final approach to Earth's orbit, its sensors recording everything they could detect about this seemingly primitive world. None of their instruments could perceive the quantum-shifted facilities on Mars and Europa, the dimensional research stations in Venus's atmosphere, or the network of advanced defense platforms hidden throughout the solar system. The greatest deception in human history had begun, and Admiral Elena Santos was determined to ensure it succeeded, because humanity had learned long ago that true power lay not in displaying your strength, but in choosing the perfect moment to reveal it. The Empire's ultimatum. Deep beneath the Himalayan mountains, in a quantum-shielded chamber designed to look like a repurposed military bunker, the Earth Defense Council convened its emergency session. 3 weeks had passed since first contact, and the Empire's true intentions were beginning to surface. Commander Rashid Karim replayed the Imperial ambassador's message, the alien's crystalline form seeming to hover above the conference table. Your species has demonstrated sufficient intelligence to warrant Imperial interest. You have 14 planetary rotations to accept our generous offer of protection and guidance. Resistance will be discouraged. They're moving faster than we anticipated, Dr. Maya Patel observed, her hands clasped tightly. The standard Imperial protocol usually involves at least 3 months of cultural assessment before issuing integration demands. Admiral Santos leaned forward, her weathered face illuminated by the holographic display. Because they detected something. Maya, show them what our quantum arrays picked up 6 hours ago. The air shimmered as a new projection appeared. A massive Imperial dreadnought, currently hidden behind Jupiter's largest moon. Its hull bristled with weapons designed to subjugate primitive civilizations. They're not here to welcome us, Rashid stated grimly. They're here to make an example of Earth. The question is, why the rush? Dr. Kai Chen cleared his throat, his quantum interface lens glinting. We found unusual data patterns in their probe's scanning frequencies. They're not just looking for traditional technology signatures, they're searching for something specific, something that has them scared. The room fell silent as the implications sank in. Humanity's careful deception had worked almost too well, but now they faced a dangerous choice: maintain the facade and risk Imperial violence, or reveal their true capabilities and change the galaxy's balance of power forever. Show them the Ganymede incident, Elena commanded. Maya activated another display, showing footage from a hidden observation post. An Imperial scout ship, not the one making official contact, had attempted to establish a covert base on Ganymede. They'd detected unusual energy signatures, traces of humanity's quantum network that had leaked through their camouflage. The scouts' sensors were effectively scrambled, Maya explained. But for exactly 3.7 seconds, they registered technology far beyond their understanding. They reported it as a sensor malfunction. But the Empire isn't taking chances, Elena finished. They've encountered something they can't explain, and their response is to accelerate their standard conquest protocol. Rashid stood, his tall frame casting a shadow across the table. Then perhaps it's time for Phase Prometheus. We've hidden long enough. The council chamber erupted in debate. Phase Prometheus was their contingency plan for rapid revelation of Earth's true capabilities, a calculated risk that would either establish humanity as a major galactic power or trigger an immediate war. The quantum fleet isn't fully assembled, Maya protested. We need at least another 3 months to complete the dimensional shift drives on the larger vessels. We don't have 3 months, Kai countered, projecting new data streams. Imperial communication intercepts suggest they're already mobilizing their subjugation fleet, standard procedure for worlds they consider potentially problematic. Elena raised her hand, silencing the debate. We have a third option. Operation Mirror Glass. The room grew still. Operation Mirror Glass was their most audacious deception yet, a plan to turn the Empire's own paranoia against itself. We let them detect specific signatures of advanced technology, Elena explained, but we make it appear to come from within their own ranks. Their internal security protocols will force them to delay any aggressive action while they investigate the possibility of infiltration. Playing one Imperial faction against another, Rashid mused. Risky, but it could buy us the time we need. Maya's fingers danced across her console, running simulations. If we modulate our quantum signature to match their encryption patterns, yes, we could make it appear that some of their own ships are using technology they don't understand, which would force them to consider the possibility that part of their own empire has been developing technologies in secret, Kai added, catching on to the strategy. Their paranoia about internal threats exceeds their desire for new conquests. Elena stood, her decision made. Begin Operation Mirror Glass. Maya, recalibrate the quantum network to leak specific signatures. Kai, prepare our deep cover agents in their diplomatic corps. Rashid, accelerate the fleet preparation, but keep it hidden in dimensional shift. As the council moved to implement their orders, Elena walked to the chamber's observation window. Through quantum-shifted space, she could see the true Earth, not the carefully constructed image of a primitive world, but a planet ringed with advanced technologies and defenses that the Empire couldn't begin to comprehend. They think they're the hunters, she murmured, watching distant stars glint off hidden defense platforms. They don't realize they're about to become part of humanity's greatest manipulation. The Empire's ultimatum had just become the key to their own deception, and Elena intended to use every second it bought them. The game was evolving, and humanity was about to change its rules entirely. Project Avalon revealed. The quantum alert came at 300 hours Earth Standard Time. In her private quarters aboard Lunar Station Beta, Admiral Santos was already awake, reviewing contingency plans when her neural interface pulsed with urgent data. Imperial probe breached dimensional barrier in Sector 7. Maya's voice echoed through the quantum link. They've detected Project Avalon. Elena's blood ran cold. Project Avalon wasn't just another hidden facility. It was humanity's most ambitious achievement. A massive quantum computational array buried beneath the Pacific Ocean floor. It coordinated Earth's entire defensive network and housed the dimensional physics research that gave humanity its edge over Imperial technology. How? Elena demanded, already moving toward the command center. They've developed some form of resonance scanning. Kai's voice joined the link. It's crude compared to our quantum tech, but it's allowing them to detect dimensional irregularities. The probe penetrated our outer camouflage layers before we could adjust the shields. Through the station's quantum-shifted corridors, Elena watched real-time feeds of the situation. The Imperial probe, disguised as a meteorological survey vessel, hung in low Earth orbit above the Pacific. Its sensors were probing deep into the ocean, picking up traces of energy that shouldn't exist in a primitive civilization. Status of mirror glass, she asked, entering the command center. Rashid's hologram materialized beside her. Partially successful. We've managed to implant quantum signatures that suggest advanced technology within their own fleet, but this discovery complicates everything. They're already transmitting data back to their dreadnought. On the main display, complex patterns of Imperial communications lit up the solar system. Their hidden vessels were becoming more active, moving out of their concealed positions. They're preparing for immediate intervention, Maya reported, her avatar showing strain. Standard Imperial protocol is being overridden. This level of technology, they're treating it as a direct threat to their dominance. Elena accessed the quantum mainframe, reviewing their options. Operation Mirror Glass had bought them time, but not enough. Project Avalon's partial exposure changed everything. New transmission from the Imperial flagship, Kai announced. They're demanding immediate surrender and technological submission. No more pretense of diplomatic integration. Show me their fleet movements, Elena ordered. The holographic display expanded, revealing dozens of Imperial warships emerging from dimensional slip at the edge of the solar system. Their previous facade of peaceful contact was gone, replaced by naked military aggression. Time to total fleet deployment, Elena asked. 4 hours at their current acceleration, Rashid replied. They're not bothering to hide their numbers anymore. I'm counting at least 30 capital ships. Elena closed her eyes for a moment, accessing humanity's deepest contingency plans through her neural interface. Initialize Project Lazarus, she commanded. The room fell silent. Project Lazarus was considered their ultimate revelation protocol, a complete unveiling of Earth's true capabilities, designed to be so overwhelming that it would force an immediate reassessment of humanity's status in the galaxy. Elena, Maya said softly, Lazarus isn't fully tested. The quantum cascade effect could reveal every hidden facility we have. Elena finished. I know, but they've seen Avalon. We can't put this genie back in the bottle, and I won't let them think they're dealing with a cornered primitive species. Her fingers danced across the quantum interface, initializing command sequences. Kai, begin full quantum network activation. Maya, prepare to drop all-dimensional camouflage on my mark. Rashid, bring the fleet to combat readiness. Across the solar system, humanity's hidden infrastructure began to power up. Quantum generators deep beneath every major city hummed to life. The massive defense platforms concealed around Earth's orbital space began charging their main weapons. On Mars and Venus, automated production facilities emerged from dimensional shift, revealing the true scale of human manufacturing capability. Imperial fleet is accelerating, Kai reported. They're detecting our power signatures. Energy readings suggest they're charging weapons. Elena straightened, her decision made. Send this message on all frequencies, all languages, to the Imperial fleet approaching Earth. You believed you found a primitive species worthy only of subjugation. Instead, you've discovered humanity has been watching, waiting, and preparing. Your probe found one facility. Now let us show you what else we've been hiding. She nodded to Maya. Execute Project Lazarus. Full revelation, all assets. The quantum network pulsed with power. Around Earth, dimensional barriers fell away like veils being lifted. Hidden cities on the moon emerged from quantum shift. The massive shipyards orbiting Mars shimmered into view. And beneath the Pacific, Project Avalon fully activated, its quantum computational power unleashing humanity's true technological might. Through it all, Elena watched the Imperial fleet's approach, knowing that the next few hours would determine not just Earth's fate, but the future of human civilization in the galaxy. The time for hiding was over. Now it was time to show the Empire exactly what they'd stumbled upon. The hidden fleet. 0 hour arrived with the silence of quantum-shifted space. Admiral Santos stood on the true bridge of Lunar Station Beta, no longer disguised as a primitive outpost, but revealed in its full glory as humanity's military command center. The holographic battle space showed the Imperial fleet's approach. 37 capital ships arranged in standard conquest formation. Final status report, she commanded. Commander Rashid's avatar materialized beside her. Sol Defense Fleet is in position. All 156 quantum-shifted vessels have completed dimensional emergence protocols. Weapon systems are hot, shields at maximum capacity. Project Avalon is fully operational, Maya added, her presence manifesting as patterns of light. Quantum computational network is processing at optimal levels. We're tracking every Imperial ship down to their individual power signatures. The Imperial fleet had slowed their approach, clearly stunned by the sudden appearance of Earth's true technological face. Their neat formation had faltered as sensors registered the full scope of human military capability. They're broadcasting, Kai announced, his quantum interface processing the transmission. Admiral, you need to hear this. The Imperial commander's hologram materialized in the center of the bridge, its crystalline form vibrating with barely contained rage. This deception will not be tolerated. Your species has violated multiple Imperial protocols regarding technological development. Surrender your quantum technology immediately or face immediate. Elena cut the transmission with a gesture. I think we've heard enough Imperial demands. Kai, initiate Protocol Zeus. Across the solar system, Humanity's hidden fleet began to move. Ships emerged from quantum shift inside Jupiter's atmosphere, their advanced hulls unaffected by the crushing pressures. Stealth vessels materialized from Venus's sulfuric acid clouds, and from Earth's oceans, massive carriers rose on columns of artificially manipulated gravity. Imperial fleet is responding, Rashid reported. They're adopting defensive formations. Energy readings suggest they're charging their main weapons. Alina allowed herself a small smile. Show them what we've learned from watching them all these years. Maya. Execute Maneuver Omega-7. The quantum network pulsed. In perfect synchronization, human ships began performing maneuvers that should have been impossible according to Imperial understanding of physics. Vessels jumped through microscopic dimensional folds, appearing at seemingly random points around the Imperial fleet. Others demonstrated technology that the Empire had deemed theoretical at best. Their tactical network is in chaos, Kai reported, monitoring Imperial communications. They're trying to understand how we achieve this level of advancement without detection. Their command structure is fragmenting. Multiple Imperial vessels are powering down weapons, Maya added. They're receiving conflicting orders from their high command. Operation Mirror Glass has them suspecting internal betrayal. Elena watched as the Imperial formation continued to deteriorate. Their carefully planned conquest had transformed into confusion as they faced technology that exceeded their own capabilities. But she knew this moment of advantage wouldn't last long. Launch the diplomatic package, she ordered. From Earth's orbit, a small quantum-shifted vessel emerged. Unlike the military ships, it was designed to showcase human technological advancement in a non-threatening way. Its hull rippled with patterns of light that demonstrated mastery of dimensional physics beyond Imperial understanding. Broadcasting on all frequencies, Kai confirmed. Sending our terms. Elena's message echoed across space. To the Imperial fleet. You came expecting to find a primitive species ready for conquest. Instead, you've discovered that humanity has spent decades preparing for this moment. We've studied your empire, learned your weaknesses, and developed technologies you thought impossible. But we're not interested in conquest. We offer a choice. Retreat and acknowledge Earth as a sovereign power, or demonstrate that the empire is truly as primitive as they believe us to be. The bridge fell silent as they waited for a response. The Imperial fleet hung motionless, their weapons still charged but no longer targeting Earth's forces. Energy spike, Maya suddenly announced. Massive quantum fluctuation from the Imperial flagship. Elena's eyes narrowed. They're not retreating. This is something else. Show me. The holographic display zoomed in on the Imperial flagship. Its crystalline structure was changing, reconfiguring into something that made Elena's blood run cold. The Empire was about to reveal that they too had been hiding their true capabilities. All ships, battle stations, she commanded. This isn't over. The Empire's about to show us why they've ruled the galaxy for so long. She turned to her crew, her voice steady despite the tension. Humanity has hidden in the shadows, preparing for this moment. Now we're about to learn if we prepared enough. The Imperial flagship completed its transformation, revealing weapon systems that matched or exceeded human technology. The real battle for Earth's future was about to begin, and Elena knew that everything they planned, everything they'd hidden, would be tested in the next few hours. Paradigm shift. The Imperial flagship's transformation sent shockwaves through both fleets. Its crystalline structure had become something that defied conventional physics, a shape that seemed to exist in multiple dimensions simultaneously. Admiral Santos realized with sudden clarity that humanity wasn't the only civilization that had learned to hide its true nature. Full analysis, she commanded, her voice steady despite the revelation before them. Their flagship is exhibiting quantum characteristics we've never seen before, Maya reported, her avatar flickering with streams of data. They're using dimensional manipulation technologies that rival Project Avalon, possibly even exceeded in some areas. The Imperial commander's hologram reappeared, but this time it was different. No longer the pompous bureaucrat, but something far more ancient and knowing. Did you truly believe, humans, that you were the first species to choose concealment over conquest? Elena felt a smile tugging at her lips. So that's what this was all about. Not a conquest mission, a test. Multiple quantum signatures detecting throughout their fleet, Kai announced. They're all transforming. Our initial scans weren't wrong. They were deliberately showing us obsolete technology. The space between the fleets rippled as both sides' true capabilities became fully apparent. The Empire's ships now displayed technology that matched humanity's advancement, suggesting centuries of hidden development. You understand now, the Imperial commander said. The Empire doesn't just conquer. We evaluate. We watch. We wait. Your deception was impressive, but it revealed something far more important than military capability. Elena nodded slowly, the pieces falling into place. You wanted to see how we'd use our advancement, whether we'd choose diplomacy over dominance. Precisely. The commander's crystalline form shifted, becoming more fluid. For millennia, we've searched for other species who chose wisdom over warfare, who developed their technology in secret not for conquest, but for protection, who understood that true power lies in choosing when not to use it. Rashid's hologram turned to Elena. Admiral, they're powering down their weapons. All ships are shifting to diplomatic protocols. The Imperial commander gestured, and a new holographic display appeared between the fleets, a map of the galaxy unlike anything humanity had seen before. What you see as the Empire is merely the surface. Beneath it lies a coalition of species who all made the same choice you did: to advance in secret, to watch and learn before revealing themselves. Project Avalon detected something new, Maya reported excitedly. Quantum signatures throughout the galaxy. Hundreds of hidden civilizations, all more advanced than they appear. The true test was never about technology, the commander continued. It was about wisdom, about understanding that power without restraint leads to destruction. Your species passed that test the moment you chose to warn us rather than attack, even when you believed you held the advantage. Elena felt the weight of centuries of human preparation shift into something new, not an end, but a beginning. So what happens now? The commander's form stabilized into something more clearly humanoid. Now, humanity is offered true membership in the galaxy's hidden council, not as subjects, but as equals. The empire that exists in public is a carefully maintained facade, allowing younger civilizations to develop without the crushing pressure of knowing the true level of advancement that exists. A galaxy-wide deception, Elena mused, maintained for the good of all. Correct. And now you understand why we had to be certain of your species' character before revealing this truth. The power to hide entire civilizations carries with it tremendous responsibility. Across the bridge, humans and Imperial representatives began sharing data, revealing centuries of parallel development and hidden advancement. The tension of potential conflict transformed into the excitement of discovery as both sides realized how much they could learn from each other. Admiral, Kai called out, you need to see this. The quantum network is receiving signals from Earth, from places we didn't even know had hidden facilities. Elena laughed softly. It seems we weren't the only ones on Earth keeping secrets. How many other groups figured it out independently? The mark of a species ready for the truth, the commander noted. Independent development of similar ethical conclusions about power and responsibility. Elena turned to her crew. Send word to Earth's governments. The real ones, not just the public faces. Tell them Operation Mirror Glass succeeded beyond our wildest expectations. We didn't just avoid a war. We found our place in a galaxy far more fascinating than we imagined. As the hidden fleets began diplomatic protocols, Elena watched the holographic display shift to show the true face of the galaxy. A complex network of advanced civilizations working together to guide younger species toward wisdom, rather than just power. Humanity's long isolation was over, but their greatest adventure was just beginning. Welcome, the commander said, to the real galactic community. We have much to discuss. The stars seemed to shine brighter as both fleets began powering down their weapons, preparing instead for the complex dance of diplomatic integration. Humanity had prepared for war, but found something far more precious, proof that they weren't alone in choosing wisdom over conquest, secrecy over dominance, and hope over fear. The paradigm shift was complete. The galaxy would never be the same, and neither would humanity.